Hey guys, it's Storm here, and today for you I have another epic Lego Star Wars base. This is another base on Omnophor. It's in one of the more grassy and something areas of Omnophor, and there's actually quite a bit to this base. I made this base all by myself. That's why it's terrible. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, the Show's productions, when he helps me out, it's a lot better. But the story with this base is it's just like a little supply base, and the Separatists don't even understand why they're being attacked, but it turns out that in their little supply area of their little base, which is that little thing in the middle of all the action, which I'll show you, it's a very small base, but inside of that, there's a little secret computer that the clones need to beat the Separatists, so they're attacking, and they're not really doing that well, plus the Separatists have some reinforcements. So I'll go over this later, but first I want to start over here. Yay, picture that. I don't want you to see that. Over here, which is in faraway mode still, we have the Star Destroyer and the TIE Fighter. They're really far away. That's why they look so small. And they're going to come in, and then the TIE Fighter's going to try and individually shoot at random people, and the Star Destroyer is going to shoot at whole things as well. So they have these two things that are going to come and do some damage. Then, of course, they have the Hyena droid bomber. Wow, I think there's something wrong with this camera, or it's just getting old, because I've used this for over 200 videos. But anyway, the Hyena bomber is also coming over, except it's much closer. It's almost life-size with them. Whoop! And it's coming over, and it's going to drop some Hyena droid bombs. So yeah. And now we get on to the actual base. Now, it's not that big or good, but it was fun to make, and I just wanted to make a video of it because it was pretty cool. I don't make videos of all my bases. Some bases I think are epic fails, so I don't make videos of them. But a little bit with the landscaping. Pretend the river goes on past there, and it goes on past there. That's all I'm going to say. And then there is, the land extends that way, and it extends that way. This is sort of like a bridge here, because there's no land over there, and there's also no land over here. So this is just like a little bridge, and then this thing was in the middle of Omnophor, because Omnophor has a lot of bridges and such. So yeah, where shall I begin? I'll start with the places outside of the base plate. So, over here, we have, it's in faraway mode still, isn't it? Yep. Over here, we have Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter. It, was trying to fly in and help with some of the bomb launchings of the raid, but the proton cannon saw that, like, immediately and just kind of blew it out of the sky, and then you just have some debris from it and such. Its remains, and then the astromech droid that desperately tried to keep it aboard, when it flipped over, he was ejected, and then he flew out. Mace Windu, on the other hand, who I'll show you later, he jumped out right before it hit the ground, because he was like hanging on while it was upside down, but then he jumped out right before it hit the ground, and so he's actually currently stumbling at this point in the base. This clone trooper is coming over to challenge the Mando speeder and the tactical droid speeder. The tactical droid got shot by his guns, actually. So he was kind of like thrown off of his ship, and the ship's still going, but he was just kind of ejected forcefully. So he's dead, basically. There's no way he's gonna survive after that. And then we have just this, the little cannon thing, the artillery that's just kind of launching harmlessly at the back wall of the little fort, the little base. And one more thing with the base is that it was designed to look like a mountain from the front, so that visitors coming from this way would think that it was just a mountain and then just like bypass it. But then they ran out of those kind of supplies over there, So now if you come over here, it looks like the base, because they have all the neonic colors of the base would have. So yeah, and then we come over here, and there is the ATST. It shot the little snowtrooper platform and killed the guy with the rocket because it was angry at it and it didn't want it to do any more damage. The Separatist shuttle is about to take off. There's actually a droid in there this time. And I finally found my clone for the ATRT, and he was actually in there. I never knew, because I think in the last base there was like a space dude on the ATRT, but now there's this. And that guy is standing on top of it, getting ready to get inside and just giving his troops some motivation, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you probably don't. So I'll start over there with the actual base plates and then go here and then here. So here is the Luminara's speeder. She jumped out of it and then ran over to face Darth Vader. The ATRT is running out from the back and is just challenging the droid force speeder. This couple of people, the Bomb Squad Trooper, the Gungan Warrior, Captain Rex, Chewbacca, and Jar Jar Binks were all meant as like one long line wave as part of that to just kind of charge up. This is what happened to the Snowtrooper speeder. As you can see, that guy is just standing there like, what? Because he's always a doofus, but he's never dead. And then that guy just got completely obliterated. Surprisingly, though, the rocket didn't get obliterated, or whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, there's Captain Rex's and everything. Captain Rex's. We have a super battle droid and 2 commando droids and the Mando with the machine gun challenging here. The Mando with the machine gun killed Chewbacca. Here we have 2 of the flying droids. They're challenging this general area because they want to and they don't want to be stupid idiots like they were before. No, I'm just kidding. They were never stupid idiots. Droids were never stupid idiots. They were just programmed to be stupid idiots. There's Luminara and Darth Vader fighting. Darth Vader's not really focused on Luminara because she's really an easy person to fight, so he's just like, what? And for his own pleasure, he's choking one of his own peoples that he didn't like very much, so he's just choking him. Because that's the kind of thing that Darth Vader would do, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and you see he's kind of standing, he's kind of like elevated on the things that it looks like he's being choken-ified. Over here is the droid force speeder. As you can see, he's challenging the ATRT. And this assassin droid speeder was trying to make a really sharp turn, and so he actually started leaning up against the base, and now he's trying to slam on the brakes to avoid hitting Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter. And there's an Ewok fighting him, which I'll show you again later, but you can probably see him right there. So yeah. Over here we have a normal light clone. Let me show you that so that you know he's normal. And then a snowtrooper charging up, and they both have, well, that guy is a sniper, that guy has a normal blaster versus the cadet squad and this assassin droid. One of the guys in the cadet squad wasn't paying attention and it cost him his life. He was like, oh, my face! Oh. And then, so yeah, they're just gonna have a little brawl. And I just put some random plant pieces all over the place, if you notice that. They're just kind of randomly placed all over the place, because I like saying place. They're placed all over the place. And, yeah, there's a little river right here around the base. It's just kind of a little detail, a little addition as added protection so that, like, the people can't get really to the base that easily if you're coming from this direction. Yes, that was made by the droids and stuff. The little dude person, the Imperial guy with the blaster shot the droid in the face. and the droid that was on the stap, and he collapsed and he crashed, and now this flying droid that was flying next to him landed, and he's shooting at him. The proton cannon, as you can see, he was shooting where the Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter used to be, and that droid's just kind of like, wow, this is easy work. I'm not even dying. I normally die. If you know what I mean, but yeah, because droids are kind of dumb, but they're not stupid heads. And so here we have the tank. I mean the little carrier that dropped off all the droids. This guy is just driving it back because he's being chased by quite a few people. So he's just driving it over somewhere. I don't know. He's gonna drive up the cliff if he keeps going in that direction. But anyway, this ARF trooper is taking a stand against the stat. He's probably going to fail epically, but who really cares, you know? Yeah, I know, you know? So yeah. And over here, this snowtrooper speeder went all out on the vulture droid, but he paid the price because he did not see the Mando speeder coming right at him. Dunk! Right into the ARC trooper right off the cliff. And then you got some more random plant pieces right here. And over here, you just have the bomber clone. Oh yeah, Captain Rex is over there. I don't know if I told you that, but yeah, you just have the bomber clone. Yeah, the sniping team, and then you have Commander Stone. I mean the ARC trooper. Whoa, somebody just. I don't know if you heard that, but somebody just honk their horn, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, because the studio is on the first floor. Whatever. Yeah, so you have the sniping team and stuff. She got shot by Captain Rob because she wasn't paying attention. She says, like, hey, little dude, what do you want to do after the raid? And then, doof, oh. And then, so Captain Rob right there robbed her life. Boof. And then here's some of the droid army. Well, actually, here's my whole droid army. And then that guy got shot really hard by him. He buckled backwards and lost both of his arms. Oh yeah, and Chewbacca isn't actually dead. Sorry, I forgot about this story because I actually make a lot of detail to my stories, but Chewbacca actually got hit really hard, but it wasn't with a bullet, and so he's just like, oh my head, and he's laying on the ground and such. That guy got pummeled by the ARC trooper, and that guy got his arm shot off, and he's trying to pick it up, but he might get shot before he can pick it up. And even when he does, he's not really going to do much with an arm. And then there you just have more droids. Whoa. I don't know if you hear. Please ignore any background noise because people are shouting right outside the studio. Wow. So Mace Windu, sorry, I'm having a brain cloud, but Mace Windu jumped out of this thing and he's like tripping all over himself, and then he kind of banged the front of his lightsaber, not like the blade but the handle, into the back of that droid. So that droid's like, oh, my back. And then that droid, having the privilege of having two guns, is kind of like letting out all his ammo and his one gun on top of Mace Windu's head, and then just randomly shooting in this direction with his other gun, because he's awesome like that. That's why he stays in the back, because he has two guns, so if the rest of the droid army's dead and there's like one more clone left, then he can just destroy them. Yeah, and so there is El Ewako. He's kind of shooting over there. And then this Mando, Han Solo is charging up to try and sneak around and then just immediately get into the base, even though the entrance is over there, so he wasn't really thinking straight. And the Mando, who was the protector of that side of the base, went whoop and shot him in the face, and his head popped right off. That must be really creepy to see in real life. And so there is the awesomely detailed, mostly by Bill. I just took the pieces off of our previous base and then stuck them together because that's how lazy I am. But there is the awesome slanty design. Whoop, it's so slanty. Oh yeah, and I made the roof so that it would come off real easy. And then in the back there, you just see what it looks like. They tried to make it look sort of greenery at first, but then they ran out of pieces, because even if they couldn't make it look slanted, they might still be able to fool a really dumb person by making it look kind of green stuff. They might be, oh look, it's the big plateau thingy. And if we come around this side, you can see that the entrance is right there, but it's really hard to get into. Once you get into the entrance, they made it like extremely hard to get into because there's like a big support right there. And then now I'm going to take off one of the roof, grab a flashlight, and then show you what's inside. See, those are the roof pieces, just two random pieces, nothing really special. And so inside here, you see as soon as you walk in, there is the computers where you can check your status and stuff. And then there's the toilet. Whoops. Gonna get rid of this and then put it up into the abyss. But back there is the toilet. In case you have to use the bathroom, but that's like really the only thing. And then in there is their pile of stuff. It's just like their pile of stuff. And there was originally nobody at this space, but then when they got the call that they were being invaded, the separatists are stupid and they're like, we have to protect every single little thing that we have. So they sent everybody over here to try and prevent the raid. So yeah, that's some of the stuff that's in there. So yeah, and I guess I'll just finish this thing up because I'm done reviewing. I hope you have enjoyed this base review. That's all for today. Be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. Hope you've enjoyed.